What is going on, everybody? It's the Barefooted Vlogger here, back with a new video for you guys. Today's video is going to be a little bit different because I'm actually talking about something that I'm really passionate about, and that is the sport of baseball. I was actually inspired by this topic from 101 YouTube video ideas. The link will be in the description below, but this one is going to be specifically directed towards baseball and why I became a Rockies fan living in Massachusetts. The reason why I became a Rockies fan was all started in 2007 when I heard that the Rockies made the playoffs, and I was like, I really want to catch a game. When I found out the Rockies were going to the World Series, I was like, Dad, we need to go. I want to see this game. He's like, okay, I'm down, but the Red Sox might not make it. And so the Red Sox ended up proving my dad wrong. They made the World Series, played the Rockies, and I became a bigger fan of the Rockies when I walked up to 20th and Blake, which is where Coors Field is located, and I just saw all these beautiful statues and how the layout of Coors Field looked like, and I was just overall I had that overall feeling of, oh my god, this is beautiful. I want to say I was a few rows in front of the purple row, which is, I want to say it's a mile above sea level. I'm not too sure, but I was sitting there with my dad and I think his uncle and aunt, and I was a Red Sox fan and Rockies fan at the same time, so to me it didn't matter who won. My dad was a Red Sox fan, and he didn't get why I liked them. And then there was this lady who I did not know and I had no connection to her. She was a Red Sox fan, but you know those rally towels that they give out at major games? Well, the Red Sox had one, or the Rockies had one, and when they needed to rally back from rough inning, they started waving that around, and I was like, they're waving it around? Why can't I wave it around? So I just started doing that as well. My dad's like, or cut it out, stop it. I was like, oh, why? Okay. And the other lady was like, really, you're a Red Sox fan, why are you doing this? I was like, I like both teams. But what ended up happening was, down the road, my dad started seeing why I became a fan, because of how interesting they played, interesting the Rockies were. And even though they did not win a single game during the World Series, he saw the passion behind my decision of being a Rockies fan, of how talented these players were and how underrated they were. For example, Charlie Blackmon, you hear him now, but when I started following them and legit knowing who each player was, what position they were, what number they were, that back when I started high school, that was 2012, 2013. They didn't really have a name then. I know Charlie Blackmon came in 2014, or I think 2014 season he started officially making his name for himself in Colorado. I was like, okay, I love Blackmon. Then Nolan Arenado came. You know who Arenado is. If you saw his ESPN highlight of, he had a walk-off cycle, which was one of the best moments I have ever witnessed watching the Rockies game. I'll name some of my favorite players. Obviously, as I mentioned, Charlie Blackmon, Nolan Arenado, Jonathan Gray, who is a pitcher. His nickname is Mr. Gray Wolf. I believe it's on Twitter and Instagram as well. And then, even though he's no longer with the Rockies, my favorite player, well, at the time, was Troy Tulowitzki. And when I found out that the Rockies traded him to the Blue Jays in the summer of 2016, I was extremely upset by that. But I was immediately happy to find out that the replacement, Trevor Story, had a ridiculous first season with them, but his second season was an average season for a player. But his first season, I was like, okay, I can deal with this. I can cover up the wounds and just kind of start to move on from the trade, even though deep down in my heart I was like, okay, Julo, he's my man. I'll still love him. But if you guys are wondering why did you become a Red Sox fan? Why aren't you a Red Sox, or why are you a Rockies fan? Why aren't you a Red Sox fan when you live in Boston? Well, the answer to that is I never stopped being a Red Sox fan. As you know, the Boston Red Sox are in the American League, and the Colorado Rockies are in the National League, which is why they played each other in the World Series. So they're in two different leagues. So I guess you can say I can pick and choose my favorites on the leagues. I can go for football, hockey, soccer, or MLS soccer. I should define it that. If I missed basketball as well. You can have favorite teams in each league or conference. But yeah, that's ultimately why I became a Rockies fan openly. But deep down in my heart, I'll always be a Red Sox fan. So I want to thank you guys for tuning into this video. I'm sorry it's a little bit different from my other videos. I will get back onto my regular track on making super hot fire content for you guys. And I will see you in the next one. Take it easy, fam. Peace.